Hey guys, it's Blaize. So I actually made this video earlier on this morning, but I kind of in the video was kind of doing the whole passing out from pain kind of and from a fever, and I'm still running a fever and I'm still in a lot of pain. But I really wanted to get this video out there. If you follow me on my Facebook, facebook.com/itsblaize, I will leave all my social media accounts in this video and in the description box below. You will have seen that I made a my favorite gifts video, and that I just never posted it because it was so bad and I kept forgetting things, and I was just really not good, and I'm not well at the moment, but I'm hoping that this one is going to come out better. But this video is my favorite gifts video. And before I get into this video, let me say my sister just brought this in to me as a get well soon gift as a total surprise. I picked this out a while ago because when I was doing my hair, I was trying to get the silver platinum hair effect, and it just was not working on me, and it was just damaging my hair, so I just had to give up. And I saw this online like 2 months ago, and I picked it out, and it's by the same company that made that my favorite one that everybody loves, the one that's purple and blonde and brown. It's from Japan, I believe, and all it says is DIY and then some Asian writing, and it has the maintenance instructions on the back, but this says it's the model H30 and color 1B, and then it has a little Asian writing on it, so I'm sorry, but we found them on eBay. So if you type in like DIY hair pieces or anything like that, sometime eventually you'll stumble upon it. Also for what year? For about 7.5 years, I have been waiting to find and own the perfect Anne Boleyn necklace replica that she wore in the famous painting of her, and I was never able to find it, especially at a decent price. At one point I actually even made my own, and it came out so bad. I worked really hard on it, but it came out so terrible that I wouldn't even wear it. And my mother just brought this in to me tonight as well, and I was like so emotional because it means so much to me, and it's very great quality, and I just absolutely love it. So I just want to throw that in there before we start this video. Let me start out by saying that I am a very grateful person. Some of the gifts that I'm going to be showing you cost little to almost no money, and I don't care. I don't care if it costs somebody $100 or they just write me a handwritten note. To me, it has this it's an equal value. I'm not that kind of person. I grew up with relatives who are kind of those kind of people, and I did mention this in my first video, and again, like in the first video, I don't want to give him the satisfaction knowing I'm putting him in a video, but if you are new to my channel, my first boyfriend I ever had, my first serious boyfriend I ever had, whose alias goes by Jack, was very abusive, and clinically insane, and should have been in a jail cell forever, and I'm not going to go into any details about that, but the reason I brought him up was because I wanted to make a good point. That this is one of the most unattractive qualities I have found in people. One year for Christmas / Hanukkah, because even though he was adopted by a Jewish family. So we are going to be doing a gift exchange, and me and my mom went out, and I picked up a few things from, I believe, Kmart and the mall for him. And he used to love playing with my cat with his laser pointer, and I do have videos of it, and it is very funny. I just wish it wasn't him being the one doing it, but his laser pointer broke, and he was really upset about it. So me and my mom went to the dollar store originally just to pick up like clothing boxes and bags and wrapping paper for Christmas and Hanukkah. And I saw there that they had this really awesome laser pointer that had 50 different changing tops. So when you point it, it changes shapes and even had words on some of them. So I was like, this is perfect, he'll love this. And so we do the gift exchange, and he's opening his other ones, and this is him being nice, okay? I cannot stretch how, okay, anyway, he opens up the laser pointer, and he looks at it, and he goes, oh, this is so cool, and then he takes it fully out and looks at the back, and it didn't have a price on it or anything, but he just looks at me and looks like at me with such anger in his eyes, and he's like, did you get this at the dollar store? And I was like, why does it matter where I got it if you like it? He's like, really? You got me a present from the dollar store? I'm like, bitch, you're lucky I got you anything in the first place. But that was just so hurtful because, like, even though, yeah, it was only $1, it was still something that I thought he would like, and he did like it up until the point where he found out I got it from the dollar store. So that was the point I'm making, is I hate people who are not grateful. I hate people who only like gifts if they're expensive gifts and they're being spoiled and everything like that. I was not spoiled growing up. I'm a little spoiled now, but you know. But I'm not this video is not bragging or anything like that. These gifts have been bought or given to me over several years. So these are all obviously not all new gifts, but let's just jump in. These aren't going to be in any particular order, so let's just jump in. Okay. If you are a new Blaizer, first of all, hello, I love you, and welcome. You may not know, I was engaged when I was 18 and 19 to a man named Corey, and he passed away, and there's a whole tragic situation that happened with that, and traumatic situation that happened with that. It's actually one of the first videos I've ever made on this channel. Was it's entitled The Story of May 1st, 2008, and I will link it in the down bar below if you want to check that out. And if you've been around with me for a while, you guys have heard me mention Corey's name, and I will insert his picture in this video as well because it's pertaining to him. But me, him, and two friends went to South Jersey Pagan Pride Day, because we're the ones who did Central Jersey Pagan Pride Days. We're the ones who ran them and did everything and booked them and everything like that. But we went to South Jersey, and I believe it was in Cherry Hill. And I lived in Central Jersey. Cherry Hill is as south of New Jersey as you can get. So it was about an hour and a half, 2 hours from my home, and you guys know I suffer from major agoraphobia and anxiety. So I was, you know, really anxious, and I had told Corey that, and he was like, all right, well, he's like, just, you know, he bought me a water bottle, and he's like, just, you know, stay here in the shade because it was summertime, and breathe for a few minutes. I'm gonna go talk to one of the vendors that I know. I was like, okay. So I'm sitting there on the bench and, you know, just still shaking, and I'm like, but then I see out of nowhere, and this is just so simple and it was so perfect, that he comes out and puts this in front of my face, which is just a simple dream catcher that has a star in the middle of it and just a very little bead right here. And it immediately I was smiling again, and I was just like, thank you so much. It meant so much to me, and it still does. And like, I immediately calmed down after that. So staying on the topic of Corey, I actually have it in storage. I have most of my stuff that I was allowed to keep of his when he passed away in storage. He made me a book of shadows, which was just so sweet of him. And for Christmas 2007, my mom had an idea from eBay, and she asked me to ask Corey what his favorite picture of us was. And he picked it out, and I told my mom, and she asked me to pick out what my favorite picture of us was. So I did, and I sent it to her. And she had 2 necklaces made for us. This one was mine. So this was my favorite picture of me and Corey, and it's in the shape of a heart. And this was his, and this is the picture I'm going to insert of him wearing it. This was his favorite picture of us, and it's made into a dog tag, and he wore it all the time and he absolutely loved us. So these were very simple, not very expensive but not cheap, but just very sentimental meaning gifts from my mother and me to Corey and me. So the next thing I'm pulling out, I guess I'll go with this first. My best female friend in the world, her name is Lori, who I've mentioned on here before. I'm the goddess mother to her son Brody, who's getting so big, and I can't believe it, and it's making me cry. But if you don't know, if you're like, what do you mean your goddess son? You know how a lot of Christians will name godmothers and godfathers to their godchildren and everything like that. We're like pagan in belief, so we just kind of made up the term goddess mother for me and went with it like since the day he was born. So he's my goddess son. And for Valentine's Day one year, with her package, he sent me a little card with his name on it. I couldn't believe, and my name on it. And this just warmed my heart. I keep it up on my caulkboard all of the time. I absolutely adore this. So sweet, so freaking cute, and didn't cost anything. Now, if you watched my room tour video that I did the other day, if you have not, you should go and watch it. You would have seen very quickly this, which Lori made for me. The first gift she ever made me was the little doll, that version of me, the voodoo doll. And all I did was one day I saw her crafts and I was like, can you make me a raven one day? Like, that'd be great. And like a couple weeks later, I get this surprise in the mail, and it is this, I don't know, I'll have to ask her what this is. It's not like woven or anything. I don't know, maybe it is, but this is the back of it, and I get this beautiful raven, handmade raven with a little button for the eye and a little bronze key on its beak, and attached to it is this cute little crocheted heart that says nevermore in it, and it has the lock to match the key, and it is just so gorgeous. One of my favorite gifts of all time. I absolutely adore this. I named it Lenore. You know, how original am I? But absolutely one of my favorite gifts of all time. Like, I was crying when she sent this to me because it is just so unbelievably gorgeous, and I loved how she was able to place something, so I hang it up, and it's hanging up with my Edgar Allan poster. So yeah, one of my favorite gifts ever. I love you, Lori. Another one of my favorite gifts is more sentimental, and it is also from this one's from my late cousin Allison, who passed away in 2012. A couple days before I had to have my emergency gallbladder removal surgery. And we all loved her so incredibly much. She was the strongest, most happy outlook on life kind of person who was terminally ill, and you would never have guessed it because she never showed it. The doctors gave her a few months to live, and she lived 5 more years. She was always smiling, always cracking up, always joking, always wanting to be with us, and she was just such an amazing woman. And me and her connected really a lot, and I was really not happy that I only got to spend so much time with her because she lived in Ohio and I lived in New Jersey, and she's actually my mother's first cousin, so she's my second cousin, I guess. But she gave me this. It's another dream catcher, and it's just a plain dream catcher with beads and fake feathers on it. And I just absolutely love this more as a sentimental meaning because I feel like she's with me when I have this hanging up, which I do have it hanging up. So another gift that's more sentimental than, you know, riches. Okay, so hi Bobby. I told her I was gonna put her in this video. More recent gifts. If you have not watched my video of my gift exchange with my friend Bobby, who's YouTube page name or YouTube channel name I'll leave here. You should definitely go and subscribe to her. She's great and awesome, and she's a wonderful friend. And I'll link the video down below of the gift, my unboxing gift exchange that I did with her. These are just a couple of the things that she handmade me. Also, along with Lori, just a very extremely artistic person in every way. So here's one of the gifts that she handmade me, which is just this plastic leopard print headband, and she made this very nice clothy silky bow, and it has chain metal link on it, and it's just, I think I'll keep that on my hair right now. I absolutely adore this. And just another one of them. She sent me a few more which are hanging up on my lamp at the moment, actually. But this is just another one that she made me, which is just so adorable and so beautiful. And I just love all the things that she made me. She also sent me a couple things that she bought, but to be honest, well, I do absolutely adore the Monty Python sign that she bought me. But the fact that she took time out of what she could be doing so much more, the fact that she took her time and made me some custom pieces is just, I love you, Bobby. So if you've been following me on Instagram for a while, or Facebook or whatever, and I have shown it and mentioned it recently, one of my favorite gifts ever that my mother has bought me is my headboard. She had it personalized, made for me. It is and I'll show it after I explain it. It is a headboard that is cushioned, and so it's really soft, and it's a furry leopard print, and it's got these gem accents in it. And I just, if you would have seen my reaction at Christmas time when her and my father had to carry it in together, I was just in shock. And I didn't have words for it. I was just like so overwhelmed. So let me show you it again really quick. So this is it. This isn't part of it. This is just a scarf I picked up from Shop that I'm using for decoration. But this is the headboard that my mother had personally made for me. So it is very, very soft and cushioned and fuzzy leopard print, and these are the gem accents that are in it. It's got 5 of them in total, and this is just one of my favorite gifts ever. My mother always gets me personalized gifts that are just so amazing, and I love it so much. Okay, so another favorite personalized gift that my mother had made for me was this past Christmas. It is a bed set. It is a pillowcase and a blanket that she had specially designed for me. She took my favorite quotes from my favorite poems and stories from Edgar Allan Poe and pictures, and had kind of a collage plush blanket made for me, which is just so amazing, so soft, so perfect, so me. I just absolutely love this. And this is the matching pillowcase that goes with that. So absolutely on the top of my favorite gifts. So my next favorite gift is also from this past Christmas, and this was not easy to find or to pay for. It's from my sister Samara, who's my actual blood sister. I call a lot of girls, not a lot, like 2 girls my sister, but this is my sister who's right next door to me. My older sister, who you met in my sister tag video. She got me a live action Sam doll from Trick or Treat, the movie. If you guys are into horror and Halloween movies, I would definitely recommend checking out Trick or Treat. It is one of my favorite movies ever, and Sam is just one of my favorite characters ever. And when you put him on the ground, I'll show you what he does. Here. So absolutely one of my favorite gifts ever. This, I was told to keep it in the box because this was very rare and very not cheap, but how could I not take it out of the box? I mean, come on. It's just so perfect. And my other favorite gift that my sister ever got me herself was this Edgar Allan Poe plushie from my birthday this past August. I sleep with him every single night. I just absolutely adore this. And he comes with a little detachable raven that's Velcro. So you can take him off or you can just sit him back on his shoulder. I just absolutely love this. It's perfect. And his makeup is on fleek as F. Okay. So everybody knows my bestie, my BFF, who's pretty much my family, Josh. I miss him so much. Like for 8 years, we never even spent like 2 weeks apart ever. And now we live across the country and it's really, really difficult to live that far away from somebody you love. But one of my favorite gifts that he ever has given me was for Christmas 2013. And it was this Edgar Allan Poe bobblehead. I absolutely love it. I actually have on videotape of my reaction to this. He has a little feathered quill in his hand and a little book and a little raven here that's in a stack of books, and it is just so perfect. So I absolutely adore this. Josh has gotten me and done many things for me, him and Michael both, that are forever like the greatest gifts ever. But before I get into that story, let me just point out some of my favorite gifts. Michael, and if you are new to this channel, Michael is my boyfriend of 6 years almost, who passed away in this past September, out of nowhere. So one of my favorite gifts for our 2-year anniversary was my promise ring that he got me, which is sterling silver and onyx, and it's got this Celtic knot symbol on it. And it is just, it's so perfect. For Christmas 2011, he picked up the complete tales and poems of Edgar Allan Poe. I've seen every goth person I know owns this book, but I've read this at least 7 times through. I mean, this is my Bible. So this is just so perfect. And my bookmark in here, I've actually had since I was 12 or 13 when I got my first poetry journal. And it is like sun-dried and it's good for the environment. You know, it looks like this, and he didn't get this, so he didn't get this for me, but it's what's in there. And it's got one of my favorite lines from one of my favorite poems from Robert Frost. The woods are lovely, dark and deep, but I have promises to keep, miles before I go to sleep and miles to go, ... So yeah, absolutely one of my favorite gifts of all time. Some more gifts that are just from Michael. He got me a pair of these really simple and pretty heart necklaces that you can size it from the knots here and stuff like that. The other one I made into a keychain. So those are just great to have. For my birthday for 2012, or yeah, I think 2012, he got me a 4-pack, and I gave one to him, one to Josh, and one to my sister. I would not have been able to drink this even if I wanted to. But he got me a pack of True Blood O Positive. And obviously there's not real synthetic blood in here, it's blood orange soda, and I am allergic to anything with carbonation, so I couldn't drink it even if I wanted to, but they said it tasted good. But I would never open this anyway because it's just perfect, and it's sitting next to all the beer bottles that Josh has given me over the years that have Game of Thrones, Iron Maiden, and Monty Python's Holy Ale. I don't drink. I have never drank a sip of alcohol in my life, and I never would, and I never will, ever. And that is not just like, that's a guarantee. I will never, unless like there's a gun to my head. But so he like cleans them out and gives them to me. But another favorite gift of mine from him, and this is my favorite gift besides his company and his love and his laughter that Michael ever got for me. This was for a surprise birthday party. Now I'm gonna just go into a little bit of detail behind this. My birthday is August 13th, and everybody knows I am a Halloween. I love Halloween, everything to do with Halloween. And about 2 months before my birthday, I was saying that I really wanted to do like a Halloween themed birthday party one year for myself, because I just think that Halloween in summertime, it would just be so perfect. And like both Michael and Josh were like saying how sorry they were, and they probably weren't even going to be able to come and see me on my actual birthday because they had other things that they really needed to do and everything like that. So I was really, really depressed. And on like exactly like 11:55 on August 12th at midnight, Michael sent me a text message saying that he was back in New York, his home state of New York, because a friend needed his help. And I was just so upset. I was like, my God, like my best friend and my boyfriend can't even spend any time with me on my birthday, and that's all I wanted. And so my mom goes downstairs and she calls me down. She said that there's something wrong with the computer and my sister doesn't know how to fix it. Now my sister is the technical one of the family, so if she doesn't know how to fix it, there is no way I would have been able to fix it. But I knew something was up. Like I was like, what? Why are you asking me for help? But so I was walking down the stairs and I just see a whole bunch of orange and black streamers hanging down. And all I had was a nightie on and no makeup. My hair was in a mess, and I see Josh and Michael painted up like Halloween time and decorated the whole entire downstairs Halloween themed, and they screamed surprise, and I just ran up the stairs because I was almost naked, and I was just so happy. And I got dressed in like 3 minutes, so I looked terrible, but I'll insert some pictures from that night. And that was just like the best birthday gift ever. Like I was just so incredibly happy and like crying because like they did so much for me. And I'll insert the pictures after I'm done talking about this. But this was the gift that Michael got me that year. And originally, it was a Edgar Allan Poe bracelet that is silver and glass. And it's got a raven there and his image there and some words there. And it is just so incredibly gorgeous. He always got me jewelry from this place called Alchemy Gothic, which is an online store, which I will link their website down in the description bar below, because a lot of their stuff is just so gorgeous. It's not cheap. The only reason this is my favorite bracelet I've ever received in my life, but I couldn't wear it because it was so heavy and too big for my wrists, and I didn't want to risk breaking it because it is made of glass. And when he passed away, I tried wearing this around my wrist every single day, but I was like, I don't want to break it. So I gave it to my father, who by trade is a jeweler, and he actually made it into a necklace for me. So now it sits kind of like that. It sits perfectly, and it is my favorite, just so unbelievably perfect. And it makes me sad, but it also at the same time just reminds me how absolutely amazing of a person he was. And also for that birthday party, my Josh had one of his friends who makes birthday cakes for, as you will see in the pictures, she makes them for a hobby, and he made her do a True Blood themed birthday cake, and it was just so adorable and so perfect. And the last gift I'm gonna go on to for now, trust me, there are so much more, but and it's not because of how much it cost, it's what it does and has done for me. This was a gift for my birthday from 2012 from my mother. I used to have a camcorder that I used to use all the time, and it broke. And I was devastated. And my mother, for my birthday, got me a new one. Not the same exact one, but a better one. And it is one of those old school, kind of old school ones where you put the cassette in here like that and put it in like that. And the reason this is one of my favorite gifts of all time is because on here I have hours and hours of taping and recording and memories of me and Michael and me and Josh and me and Corey and other things, of just memories of people I can't get back. So this is able for me, it helps, it just has so many amazing memories on this, and that's why it is a perfect gift. Not because it was expensive, but because what it has been able to do for me. So on that note, I am going to end this video right now because I can feel my fever coming back very, very badly, and I gotta relax my tailbone and everything. I have a doctor's appointment tomorrow, which I'm really not looking forward to, but anyway, if you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up. Let's try to get this to 8 likes. And if you want to subscribe right now, go over here and click my face, or just click the subscribe button. Don't forget, we still have giveaways and contests and raffles going on, all free and with tons of great shit, so you don't want to miss out on that. And until next time, stay wicked, I love you, and have a great life. One more thing, comment below your favorite gift/gifts that you've ever received. I'd like to know, I'm interested. And for my eye makeup, I am using my new Ace VV AG88 palette. So let me know what you guys think of that as well. So now, until next time, stay wicked, I love you.
I'm so sorry guys, last thing, my other favorite gift that I ever received was from Corey, and this was one of his many tarot decks that he gave me. This one is based on Camelot and Arthurian. I do not read from this deck. I've tried to read from it, but I only am able to read from the one that I purchased myself when I was 13. But I absolutely love this, and the artwork is just absolutely intense and gorgeous, and it is just so perfect. So this is another treasured gift that I have from Corey. I am so sorry guys that I forgot what I put in my earlier video and what I didn't put in this video, and it has been taking me hours literally to fix up everything in this video and get everything done, and it's taking a long time, but I couldn't end this video without showing these. So yeah, absolutely. I mean, just look at the artwork on this. So intense and so beautiful. So yeah, another favorite gift of mine. Stay wicked.